Welcome to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where this crowd has been in since early in the day, saying, you know it, you tell the story, you tell the whole world that this is Bear territory. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the California Golden Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right?
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job there.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Toss sweep to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Peters. They'll run the screen. Nice move to keep running. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the Trojans are on the move. He leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to the run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bear.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll give it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He'll run it again. Can't get him to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Gets it out quickly. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Guys, he's already got 44 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
No gain on the play. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Peters. Feeling some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
4th down coming up.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Got it past the marker. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. On the move, it's O'Connell. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Cal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Slings it downfield. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It's a reverse. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, it's a long gain on the jet sweep. How good is he in the open field, guys? Making guys miss. He's allowing his blocks to set up and then getting upfield.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Just steamrolling his way through. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Number 32.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTEP. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Gets away from one, finds some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
21, USC, 14.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Peters. Unloads it left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They run the reverse. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
A lot of times you have these guys starred. These wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
Here's the handoff. Still running at the 40. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. The give to the tailback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Just feeds the running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Running to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Monkfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer, what's your passing play I think you go to here?
No, I like moving the pocket at this point, Pollock, and also maybe thinking about the tight end on a crossing route. You can kind of get through the traffic, come out the other side.
Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! Once that ball was loose, offense chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good! And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 4 over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Back to throw, it's Peters. Get it out on the screen. At the 35, he's open. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown USC! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Tennessee, 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice.
He's taking the shot. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll do it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, or you got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. You set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad, that's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On second down, looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Power football with the run. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time to hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
They'll give it to him again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Just broke it. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The Golden Bears with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's low. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a nice touchdown run. This is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Peters. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Handoff to the fullback. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Holds it in. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Talk about stepping up in a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. On the option. Quick toss. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Peters. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. Now on 2nd down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles from.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He'll get rid of it. Makes a grab enough for the first. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Peters. Scrambling away. Gets rid of it. Touchdown Trojans! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, how about the execution by this offense? Taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose. No pressure at all. Go kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big W.
Lining up for the PAT. And they take the lead, and now in the waning moments, they're so close to a win.
USC 31, Cal 30.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
Bears will take over first and 10.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.